What's up guys, Zoya here from the StarCraft Squad bringing you another user submitted replay. Spawning in the bottom left is MooseSoup. He is the blue Terran, he's our user submitter. We're going to be focusing extremely hard on his play here. We're going to be looking in the bottom left hand corner the entire time of the match. And we're going to make sure he's constantly producing SCVs, constantly doing what he needs to do. We have a TvZ fighting Greyjoy, he's the Zerg in the top right. And yeah, so TvZ Shakuras Plateau should be quite interesting. So right now we're just going to speed it up a tad bit. Keep an eye on his build order. Seems to be doing everything fine so far. Hopefully we'll be getting a supply depot on 10. So there we go. We're getting a supply depot put down exactly 100 minerals. Good job. And then we're sending this one out to scout. Now, a 2-player map, I like to send out this guy. You know, one of these 11 instead of waiting for this guy to finish. So, but it really doesn't matter. It's just all preferences. So we are walling off, which is good. We need to be getting this guy out here quicker. A little bit late of a barracks. Odd choice to place. Normally you'd want to put, you know, supply depot here at barracks here, then the tech lab finish the wall off, but you know, to each his own. Now we have the scout coming out. It's going to scout this base first. He is using rally point, guys. I'm going to pause this and explain why using rally points is bad. If you want to improve your micro, guys, you want to constantly be ping-ponging between these. So stop using rally points. You press 4 twice. See what's going on here. You don't even have to actually press 4 twice. You press 4, hit S. Hit 3, check its build time. Hit 1, double tap, or you're still viewing 1, you're holding down 1, you're double tapping 1, and you follow on this guy. You hit 3, you hit 4 twice, you see if your refinery's done. If it's almost done, you stay here, and then you move guys in the gas, and then you just constantly, you don't use rally points. You want to, you know, be moving this guy on your own. So we are scouting right now. We do see that the spawning pool is here, and it looks like he is building an engineering bay down in here now. This is good and bad, guys. He did transfer guys in the gas. His barracks is about to finish, but now he won't be able to get his orbital command right off the bat. He's not going to be able to get a marine off right off the bat. But so this sets you down 125 minerals. Now, if you watch my last squad battle game, I did this to unknown. This works against bad Zerg players who don't know what they're doing. Oh, perhaps it's lagging. This works against bad Zerg players who are used to fast expanding, don't know how to play one base, and get flustered and sit on a bunch of minerals. Against a good Zerg, though, this is going to be worse for you. This won't put you in any lead. It'll actually set you behind. So be very, very careful. If you're playing low-level Zergs and they're used to fast expanding, this is going to be a good strategy. But if you're fighting, you know, bad or good Zergs, don't do this. It's really not going to work out that well for you. So we have the engineering bay building. Spawning pool's on the way. We did scout that. He did pull before hatchery. We got the orbital command on the way. We're just now getting our first marine. Hopefully he doesn't let this finish. Hopefully he halts it. He does halt it, so good job. Now here comes the expansion. He's going to find out that there's a full health engineering bay there. Now we are scouting here. We do know that a little bit of banter going on. The Zergling is going to try and get this SCV. Now Roach Warren on the way, double gassing from him, but we just want to watch in this base. Don't really pay attention to chat, guys. If something like this happens, guys, okay, everyone does cheese things. All Zerg do 9 pulls, all Terran do bunker rushes. This is not really that cheesy. It's just a way to fluster Zerg like this. So, in situations like this, where you got someone like this, you know, talking you can always just ignore them. Go to the message log, right click their name, and put them on ignore. You don't want them to get into your head mentally. You just want to focus on your game. So we're still building SCVs. We're getting a little bit high on the mineral count though right now, guys. I'm sitting on 400 minerals, so right now we need to do something with that. Looks like we're swapping this to the reactor or something. A little bit fail micro right now. Hopefully we canceled that. Wasn't really watching that. But right now we're sitting on 700 minerals, guys. So we do have an expansion going down. It's best to just stop that right off the bat. We do not have a starport down anywhere, so we want to get a starport down. Hellions and you know, Marines aren't going to do it by themselves. Still building SCVs, it looks like. Getting kind of close to supply blocking ourselves, but we are putting a supply depot down, and then we have the command center on the way, so make sure you don't oversupply yourself. Don't build another supply depot. Here comes a push. He doesn't know we have the reactor with Hellions, and then this is where it gets tricky. This is why you get the Marauders. It's for these roaches, so good job getting the Marauder out. Still no stem, still no concussive shell, still no combat shield. You need stem, guys. Get stem right off the bat. Don't build stuff so close to the swallow off, because now when he walked up here with his roaches, he did see you're expanding, so now he knows you're expanding. So make sure you build farther back in your base. Warping it into an orbital command. Slight slippage of probes right now. Looks like we're getting an armory, so we're going to be swapping this over to a tech lab again very soon. Still no starport though, so it looks like we're going for just, a 1 barracks, 1 Thor build. Now, we are on 2 bases now, guys. We are putting on another factory, but you can definitely support more than just this off of 1 base. So make sure you take note of that. So we're pumping out Marines right now. We didn't get STEM though, guys, so we need to, get a tech lab down on this and get some STEM going. We do have this finished now, so we need to see a transfer of SCVs. Still no SCV transfer yet. Summing in orbital beacons right now. We do have lots of Hellions right here. Looks like we did a little bit of harassment, but not going to be enough for this. We need to do some scans, to figure out what he's doing. Right now we just have the roaches still, so it's fine for us. You need to have your army out here, guys, because if they come and try to attack your base and your army's inside your base, it's not going to be good, so make sure you move out there. Still pumping out Marines. Looks like we're going heavy Thor now. Getting pretty close to supply blocking ourselves, so now we can't build either of these Thors that we're about to queue up, so we need supply. Make sure constantly keep an eye on supply, guys. I need to transfer guys into these gas. Thors are very gas heavy. Got an engineering bay going now for some +1. We still need to get a tech lab on one of either another barracks down or get a tech lab on this one. We need that STEM, guys. So this is finished. Still building supply SCVs out of this one. Building SCVs out of this one. So we're constantly building SCVs. Looks like we finally got the starport on the way. 2 Thors being built. Keeping on top of supply, it looks like we need to build more supply posts. We got an overseer in the base. Need to get these Marines over here. Pick it off as fast as possible. But it does have the speed, so we might not get it. This is when STEM would have been handy. Killing that thing would have been a huge plus. Looks like we're putting a tech lab down on the starport. Gonna get some either Ravens or Vikings or something, or Banshees. Let's see where we go with that. Some more Thors are being built constantly. We're supply blocking ourselves very closely right now. Still not building SCVs out of these 2 bases. Remember, we need to constantly be building SCVs. If we go to the income tab, we only have 38 harvesters. The Zerg's 50. So make sure you're constantly building harvesters. Especially when you expanded about the time he did. You can't let him get that lead. Now, still producing Thors. Need to be very careful. I'm going to pause real quick. I'm going to look at his vision. We're going to look at MooseSoup's vision. He hasn't scanned once. We have a bunch of Hellions over here. He hasn't scanned once. He hasn't scouted this. So we have no clue what kind of tech he's going. Make sure you guys are constantly scouting. Maybe send in an SCV just to poke. He's probably going to die, but see what kind of army base units he has. You need to scan over here, guys. You need to scan over here. See what's going on. You need to scout better. See if he's got any other hidden expansions. You need to scout. Because if he was going, say, Banelings right now, Thors and Marines aren't going to be enough to handle that. You're going to need the siege tanks. So, be very careful of that. You need to scout a little bit better. Back to everyone view. Building another barracks. He is pumping out Banshees right now. We're not getting cloak. Not really necessary though. I mean, especially since we're building Thors, very gas heavy as it is. Still would like to see a tech lab go down. Hopefully on this barracks, get the STEM on the way. We are getting upgrades. That's a good job. Right now we have applied no pressure right now. Applying no pressure to the Zerg is a bad thing. The reason why Terran is so good and considered really cheesy and stuff is because the amount of pressure you can apply can win you a game. Right now we're sitting on 400 minerals. We need to be a little better of a job of constantly spending it. Probably want to get some more supply depots back down. If you look at the income tab, we're 42 to 51. We're starting to catch up, but not enough. At this point, you want to go, take another expansion. I personally like to take this one and put an orbital command on it, or not an orbital command, whatever it's called, planetary fortress. Probably want to expand again at this point. I'm getting very close to supply blocking and stuff. We have 3 supply depots queued up because we're starting to fall behind. So make sure you're constantly keeping ahead of that. Pumping out more Banshees, more Thors. Still nothing being done with this barracks right now. We need to get a tech lab down on it. We are getting the tech lab now, so awesome. We need to get that STEM out as fast as possible. So it looks like we're still scouting around with these Hellions. He's still using the queue up system, so make sure you guys, are microing your units properly and you don't, queue them up. Zerg's taking the 3rd expansion. So right now, sitting on about 300 minerals still. Probably want to expand, guys. I mean, about the 140 food cap, 15 minutes into the game, sounds like a good time to expand. So just go ahead, throw over here, throw a command center down, get the planetary fortress down on it. So we're still scouting with this, picking off an infestor. So we know he has infestors now. We know the Zerg's not expanding his creep that well. We just walked into that, took a lot of hits. We lost half our Hellions. I need to be very careful of that. So right now we still know he's going roaches. We still know we've got infestors. We don't see any hydras. We don't see any mutalisks yet. So we are pretty sure what he's going for now. So not really concerned with the anti-air. We do have 4 corruptors on the way, but we only have 2 Banshees, so that's not going to be too big of a deal. I mean, they're going to one-shot the Banshees, but we don't have much air. Probably just building the corruptors because we are getting the Greater Spire, so we have to be very, very careful, guys. Man, if we go back to MooseSoup's view, Still hasn't scanned in forever, so we don't even have a clue there's going to be broodlords on the way. And broodlords are going to dominate these Thors. Broodlords are going to dominate these Marines. And so we need a bunch of Vikings on the field right now. Now we are getting siege tech on the way, so we're going to start pumping out some siege tanks. Starting to slip on our upgrades. We need to get more upgrades. Finally getting stim on the way, pumping out some marauders. Hopefully we're going to get that overseer. Looks like it's going to be close, and no, we're not going to get it. So good job from the start, doing this contaminate thing. So right now, starting on 600 minerals, we are expanding up here. Like I said, I prefer right here or right here, someplace closer to your main base. It's where you can defend easily. I really like this spot for my planetary fortress, but that's just me personally. We do have a Raven on the way, maybe some point defense drone, something. Supply blocked again, guys. Make sure to constantly keep an eye on supply. We don't even have any supply depots on the way, so we're supply blocked again. We go to the income tab, 54 harvesters, 63. So if we weren't supply blocking ourselves and constantly be building SCVs, we would have been ahead of Zerg right now. Now more SCVs on the field, or more siege tanks being built. Sitting on 800 minerals right now, so if you're starting to get way too ahead of yourself on minerals, throw down more production facilities, throw down like 4 more racks, throw down 2 more factories, throw down another starport, or just expand again, take this one. Now we are starting to move out. We don't have any 250 strike cannons yet, and stim's not done yet, so we need to be very careful with how we push out. Now Zerg knows we're starting to move out. Gonna speed this up a tad bit. Just scouting the map. Keep an eye on what we're building. We're building that command center. Starting to get a little bit still high on minerals right now. This is just now finishing. Gonna want to make that a planetary fortress right as it finishes. Make sure you're constantly keeping an eye on that. Then we're going to transfer SCVs. Transfer a good chunk from here, bring them over here, make the planetary fortress. Now we're gonna start moving out right now. Be careful of your Hellions. If they get too far in front of you, you're gonna lose them. You need to be very careful of that. And we have a lot of things right here. We have no medevacs to heal our Marines, so these infestors are gonna do a lot of damage. Look at that. Now we need to see. We got the stim. We're gonna do some poking right now. We're gonna use the Raven to scout things. We do have the broodlords though, guys, and with the infestors pinning these these Thor back, we need to be very careful of these broodlords. Looks like we're gonna lose our entire Thor army here very soon. You need to be very careful. Now these broodlords, these guys outrange the Thor, so if you pull them back, we'll be able to do a lot of damage right now. But we have to be careful of our siege tanks, guys. When broodlords are attacking, you'll be doing damage to your units. You want to unsiege your tanks.